I dreamed again. Just last night, moon hung low, the stars were bright. Out on the porch in a cedar chair, he was sitting like he'd always been there, not in white robes or golden beams. No, he wore flannel in my dreams. He wears flannel in my dreams, with rolled up sleeves and busted seams. No halo glow, no thunder loud, just a quiet heart beneath the clouds. He speaks in ways so soft it seems that love wears flannel in my dreams. He don't preach, he don't command, just sips his coffee, folds his hands. He asks about my aching back and laughs about that broken jack. I never knew the Lord could lean so close and wear flannel in my dreams. He wears flannel in my dreams, like a farmer worn through countless scenes. He ain't afraid of dirt or doubt, just sits with me when I'm burned out. No crown, no throne, no mighty scheme, just grace and flannel in my dreams. Maybe heaven looks a little like home, with front porch steps and fields full grown, where mercy talks in country tones and walks with us when we're alone. He wears flannel in my dreams, like someone who knows broken things. He ain't distant, high or cold, he's here in flannel, strong and old. And when I wake, that comfort clings, 'cause I know he wears flannel in my dreams. So if he shows up one night for you, don't be surprised if he's wearing flannel too. I've penned 100 songs about heartache and rain, barroom regrets and old southern trains. Each word was mine from the struggle and fight, but the page turned slow on that final night. My hands grew weak and the pen slipped down. Fire went dim in this one-horse town. I thought the song was fading away, but a holy hush made the silence pray. Jesus wrote my last verse, line by line, with nail-scarred hands and love divine. Where I had doubt, he wrote in grace. Where I gave up, he took my place. My story ends where his began. Jesus wrote my last verse, not man. I once sang loud in the sin-soaked bars, but mercy found me beneath the stars. Now angels hum what I tried to play, and heaven echoes the words I couldn't saved. Jesus wrote my last verse, calm and true. He turned my sorrow into something new. With every breath I couldn't find, He filled the space with peace and time. No fame, no charts, no great rehearse, just Jesus and my last verse. Now this old guitar leans by the door, but the song still lives on a distant shore. He took the chords I left undone and made a hymn beneath the sun. Jesus wrote my last verse, soft and slow, where broken men and saved souls go. It wasn't ink, it wasn't mine, it came from heaven, pure and kind. I leave this world with a gentle burst. Jesus wrote my last verse. I can still work just fine. I can't run like I used to do. My back creaks in the morning dew. That mirror don't lie, and neither do bones. But I still bow down before His throne. The hammer slips in my weathered hand. These boots don't stand like they once did. But I got one thing that time can't take, a heart that bends for heaven's sake. My knees still work just fine when it's time to talk to the Lord divine. They creak and groan, but they still fall down on holy ground or dusty ground. The world may shake, but I find my spine when I kneel. Yeah, my knees still work just fine. The doctor said, you need some rest. I said, Doc, I'm already blessed, 'cause every ache just reminds me more I'm closer now than I was before. I've bent in sorrow, bowed in grace, fallen down in that quiet place. It's not the years, it's where you've been that shows where strength begins and ends. My knees still work just fine when it's time to talk to the Lord divine. They creak and groan, but they still fall down on holy ground or dusty ground. The world may shake, but I find my spine when I kneel. Yeah, my knees still work just fine. I prayed by bedsides, graves and firelight, through Sunday morns and midnight fights. And every time I hit the floor, grace comes knocking at my door. My knees still work just fine, though the rest of me's past its prime. But I'll kneel down till I'm called home, to where no pain can touch these bones, till heaven lifts this heart of mine. My knees still work just fine. Driving down that county line, static on the dial, lost in time. Then through the haze came a chord I know, and it took me back to years ago. It was just as I am, soft and slow, like the first time I let my sorrow show. Kneeled down in a little pine wood pew, with nothing left but the Lord and truth. That song still stops me cold, brings me right back to my soul, to the tear-stained nights and Sunday lights, when mercy took control. Though the world has changed its tune, some hymns still hold. And when I hear that sweet refrain, it stops me cold. Grandma sang it in the kitchen heat, with flour on her hands and aching feet. She didn't need a microphone, just faith that rang through flesh and bone. Now the radio plays shiny things, but no one sings like the angels sing. And when that old hymn finds my ear, I swear I feel the Lord draw near. That song still stops me cold, brings me down to truths untold, to the cross I clung when I came undone, to the grace that won my soul. Though the verses fade in time, the Spirit takes hold. And when I hear that sweet refrain, it stops me cold. About the perfect sound, it's what lifts you off the ground, from the broken to the blessed. That song still does the rest. That song still stops me cold, like a whisper carved in gold. No choir, grand or famous band could ever make it old. It's the sound of heaven's door and the shepherd's fold. Yeah, when I hear that sacred strain, it stops me cold. Yes, Lord, it stops me cold. The sun dips low past the cornfield roads. My headlights hum down roads I know. One hand on the wheel, one on my knee, praying soft where no one sees. No stained glass light, no preacher's tone, but the Lord rides with me along. The Lord's in the long drive home, in the dashboard glow and gravel tone. He's in the sighs between the songs and the memories that still feel wrong. No need for church pews carved in stone, 'cause the Lord's in the long drive home. FM fades, then comes back in, static like the shape I'm in. I talk to him in stoplight prayers about things I've lost and still can't bear. And though the miles roll on and roam, he never leaves me on that road alone. The Lord's in the long drive home, where silence speaks and grace is sown. And every turn and wind and bend, he reminds me love don't end. He don't just wait on heaven's throne. No, the Lord's in the long drive home. I've shouted at the stars at night, cried beneath the dashboard light, but somehow in that moving steel, his steady presence helps me heal. The Lord's in the long drive home, when I'm too tired to stand alone. He's in the hum of tires and time, and every mile that realigns. No matter how far I may roam, the Lord's there in the long drive home. So when you feel too lost to roam, look beside you, he's riding home. I was flipping through that old red book when Mom kept on the mantle, just as I am, and Beulah Land songs that held me when I couldn't stand. The notes were simple, the message strong, you could feel the spirit sing along. No stage lights, no polished show, just hearts in tune and voices low. They don't write hymns like that no more, with tear-stained truths and open doors. Songs that knew a sinner's name and wrapped us in amazing grace. You could feel heaven in the floorboards. They don't write hymns like that no more. Now Sunday's got screens and LED, but I still hear Grandma next to me, singing loud and off the key, but every word still sets me free. They don't write hymns like that no more, where every verse was a whispered war, between doubt and a stubborn hope, between a cracked voice and the Holy Ghost. Those songs were prayers and four-part chords. They don't write hymns like that no more. Give me it as well in a minor key, or farther along in harmony. I'd trade 1,000 modern lines for one old hymn that stands through time. So when I go Don't play no track, just gather round and bring it back. The voice is raw, the spirit near, like I was home, like God was here. They don't write hymns like that no more, but they still echo through heaven's door. And when I reach that distant shore, I'll sing the ones that came before. Until then I'll hum them from my core. They don't write hymns like that no more. There's a lean-to out back past the barn, where time don't move and life ain't hard. Tin roof rattles in the wind, sawdust clings like an old friend. That's where I go when I need peace, and the noise inside won't ever cease. There's a hymn beneath the shed roof, no stained glass, no fancy proof, just an old bench and a coffee can, and the whispering voice of the Son of Man. No choir, no suit, no highbrow truth, just grace beneath the shed roof. I've read my Bible by lantern light, wrestled wrong and prayed what's right. The rain taps soft like heaven's drum, when guilt feels loud and hope feels numb. But in that lean to something stays, like mercy waiting in the haze. There's a hymn beneath the shed roof, where old regrets turn into roots. He meets me there in dust and tin, with every breath I let him in. No steeple tall or gospel booth, just the Lord beneath the shed roof. Some think he's where the candles shine, but I found him neath the laundry line. In cracked old boards and rusted nails, he builds his church where quiet prevails. There's a hymn beneath the shed roof, in busted tools and diesel suit. He speaks through wind and wooden beams, and every echo of broken dreams. If you've got pain you can't disprove, find a hymn beneath the shed roof. So when the world don't feel like truth, come kneel beneath the shed roof.